There you go. It should be good now. Right. Actually, I haven't checked the audio. Is it dead? I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Actually, no, it's kind of low. So this is a little bit lower. And should be good. I'd like to believe that this is good. At least. But hey yo, it's been a while. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you are, stop. I've returned. Oh man. You know, when last time I streamed Zen Zero, you know, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, like it was a day or two. Oh, there's EOS. Yeah. It was like a day or two before the quote-unquote new update, right? This new update, main story update. So I was kind of hoping to be able to play like a day or two after. Of course, it didn't happen. What were you expecting? Should happen. But anyway, today we're going to do the main story quest. Last time, we got hitched. Not exactly hitched. It's more like we worked together with parts of the Mockingbird, aka Miss Vivian, who is currently probably sleeping or something in, you know, Belle's room, which I can't come in. Otherwise, she will probably kill me. Because apparently, Vivian just got betrayed by Hugo, or something like that. And in quote-unquote professional, how do I put it? In a professional way, you know, Lycon, which is our guard, took out Hugo and threw him, after kind of stabbing him in the stomach or something like that, or really, if we look at the animation, it's really a little bit more to the side, so it probably grazed his rib cage on the outer part, and then Lycon just went and threw him out. So yeah, I don't think he's dead, but neither Wise nor Vivian could have seen that, so the assumption currently is that Hugo's dead, and Vivian is now alone again. Poor girl. So let's see what's going to happen today. Oh yeah, she's sleeping at the place now, again. The way it was worded was that Vivian is gonna take the couch, but really the sofa is my place after the argument with Julian back at the end of part 1. But hey, that is that, and this is this. Oh, Vivian sent a message. Seems like they've made more progress on the sacrifice issue. Oh, Vivian hasn't been just, you know, wallowing in self-pity or something like that. Man, that sounds really insensitive. But whatever. I wonder how she's been doing. After Hugo passed, she's been busy managing Mockingbird. We haven't talked to her in quite a while. Wait, managing Mockingbird? I thought Mockingbird is a 2-person team. Like, the previous Mockingbird is Lycon and Hugo, right? And I thought the new one is Hugo and Vivian. So apparently there are more members of Mockingbird. Damn, okay. But then again, I guess it makes sense since they are kind of a big group of people. I guess So there would be people doing research and, you know, espionage and other shit to support the actual thieving work. It's like Ocean's 11, you know. There is 11 person working there, and there is a whole bunch of more of them in the background, stuff like that. Actually, does people still know what Ocean's 11 is? I sure hope I don't sound like a boomer or something like that. Shit. Wise, do you want to arrange a time to see Vivian? Alright then, let's go. Wait a second. I thought something is weird. There you go. I thought it was really quiet, as in my headphone was really quiet. I forgot to switch between the headphones and speaker. I sure hope nothing has been leaking out earlier. Oh, I think it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Alright then, I'll arrange a time with Vivian. You just rest and wait my news. Then Wise returns to his habitat, the sofa. And let's rest. You originally planned to watch some videotapes and rest on the sofa, but you end up falling asleep instead, until you hear something nearby.
Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
What the fuck, Vivian?
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in. I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
I don't know how to feel about this, but if you imagine it, you know, waking up to a cutie, well, someone you like at least, kind of just cupping their face or something like that, staring at you like, "Good morning, sleepyhead." That does look kind of cute. Except this is kind of scary. Vivian, we are not dating, you know? Jian is gonna kill me?
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month.
This goddamn simp.
Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Morning.
You're here super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Yes, I noticed that legitimate child thing was on the news. As in, if you went to the news stand, Howl or Eves, the headlines on the news is gonna be about the Ravenlock family's legitimate child. Interesting.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light.
Wait. Did they just outright spoil everyone that Hugo is Mockingbird leader and is the Raven family's... It's not Raven, shit. Oh wait, this is... where is it? Ravenlock, right. So did they just spoil the entire Hugo is legitimate child of Ravenlock family and the leader of Mockingbird? And he's kind of dead right now? In the news? Damn, the savage.
Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Based on our past experience with Hartman, he's not the type to sit back and let anyone mess with his power or interests.
And that's what worries me. Hartman, in all likelihood, must have taken the sacrifice core. And now that he has this bargaining chip, who knows what kind of deal he'll strike with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow Wise for a minute?
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
That outside is from the left field. I was not expecting that.
Wait! Don't go outside,
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
That intonation is really unexpected. I mean, I thought it'll be more like, I will be right here. Just let me know when you are done. Or something like that. Said they go there, right here. I have a lot of mixed feeling about this.
Thank goodness Vivian didn't walk out the main door. Lycon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers.
Lycon? I thought you had a thing for espionage. God damn it.
He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Alright.
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
I thought our job is, maneuvering the hollows. Ah man, the pains for the main character being the goody two-shoes.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Hello, Lycon.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger.
For the guy who did the last hit, you are defending him quite a lot. Well, he's your bestie after all.
I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Looks really normal today.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am.
The copium.
If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides.
Oh, by the way, guys, please drop your weapons before we start talking. I really don't want the store to explode, okay? I really don't. I mean, well, I guess it's kind of difficult because Lycon is... his weapon is kind of attached to his feet. But Vivian, drop your umbrella, please.
You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you.
And we return to the video store with Lycon, and Vivian doesn't seem to have much of a reaction to his arrival.
Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltus and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
I don't know about this, Lycon. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure you didn't actually pierce him through in a fatal spot. You're looking really sus there, dude.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
Indeed.
You're right.
I'm glad you guys are on the same page, but why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Oh, don't worry, Wise. Don't worry.
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The Mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the Mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity in kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the Mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the Mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the Mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins.
Well then. More action, it seems. So, Wise, should we talk to the Mayor? Man, the sacrifice thing. They kind of suck. I mean, last time we had one sacrifice, the entirety of Bellabok Industries plus had to chip in to kind of disable it. You know, That's a lot of firepower. Well, true, at the moment, our only intel on the sacrifices is what Bringer left behind. We don't know much else. Though we can get someone to help investigate. It'll take a significant amount of time. And time is something we can't afford to waste. So working with the mayor is a good option. And Vivian? As a member of Mockingbird, would it be against your values to work with the mayor? Mockingbird isn't just about going against authority. Mockingbird hopes that all people can be given equal opportunities and treatment. I don't exactly trust the mayor, but I believe he's someone we can work with. At the moment, at least. Alright then, we need to set terms. Okay? Wait. Oh, right. Icon, where you at? I mean, after everything is, said and done, Mockingbird is still a group of thieves, and the mayor, being the ruling authority, is still, obliged to arrest them. So if you're going to work together, make sure we have some semblance of, how do I put it? Safety net. Yep. It seems you and Miss Vivian have made your decision. Let's talk with the mayor. Of course, please rest assured, when it comes to sacrifices, the mayor's interests align with yours. Or rather, we both want to protect the people of New Eridu.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad.
Pleasantries.
I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices.
Excuse me, what?
The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
The leader of the exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back, and they haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
No way.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
Probably not.
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards.
Yep.
Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
I do still have to wonder, what the fuck is a sacrifice? It's a well-coined term at this point, but we haven't really gotten an understanding as to what the hell is a sacrifice.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when Top steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms. The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while Tops comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards Tops. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
Hmm? Sharp as ever? Implying they knew each other, or at least he knew about her before this.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations.
I don't get it. If the sacrifices outbreak is a city-wide emergency, then wouldn't the fact that the mayor actually moving the military to, secure the sacrifices be a good move? Well, I guess it would bring into question as to how does he know that, but then again, let's face it, intelligence intelligence agencies, both in personal, individual level and governmental level, exists, right? So it's as simple as the mayor saying that, oh, we got an intelligence that we have these sacrifice things and they are dangerous, so we are moving the military for it, as an answer when asked about at the end of the excursion, Well, I mean, if the public knows that there is a big how do I put it, threat around them, they will panic, right? But so, I mean, because they will panic, it would be natural to kind of hide things. But once it goes out, it's as simple as explaining that we have an intel, an intelligence group, and that would paint the mayor as someone who kept things, how do I put it? It's not kept things. It's more like that he has things under control, from the visible part and down to the invisible ones. So I don't see why he's tied up. Just move the military. I mean, it's a public domain, right?
I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again.
Why is he really trying to keep this under hush? I don't know, man. The mayor is starting to sound kind of sus.
On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
Damn, that's really high.
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
Nothing at all from Vivian? Really? She's not gonna lay down her own terms?
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
It was really weird. I am glad the two of you have decided to continue working with us. With your help, we are sure to successfully recover the sacrifice. I have other businesses to deal with, so please, excuse me. If you require anything, please feel free to contact me anytime. And then Lakon just leaves. Okay then. Lord Phaeton, shall we head out now? Alright then, let's go. Let's go. So what kind of character are you?
I would never turn down Lord Phaeton.
Please? So... She's an anomaly, okay. So this is debuff based, right? So she wants other, you know, anomaly character to proc. Feather Bloom, basic attack Feather Bloom. Which one is Feather Bloom? This one. After any squad member hits the target with an EX special attack, Vivian will consume one guard feather to launch basic attack Feather Bloom. This can trigger even while Vivian is off field. Okay. How do I get the guard feather thing? I'm guessing it's a skill. Yeah. It's enough that
I would never turn down
I know
Lord Phaeton.
we need one more anomaly character. Or should I just bring Caesar? Maybe I should just bring Caesar. I mean, physical anomaly is really strong, right? When a basic attack for targets are suffering from either anomaly, it will trigger a bloom.
Good day, Lord Phaeton.
It's like, so do you want to bring this or this or this?
Asset confirmed. Preparing to move
when we
out.
go talking about anomaly, it's gotta be Yanagi, but let's be honest, I really haven't played Yanagi at all, like at all. Let's
Only the
just bring
brave will
Caesar for now.
That's me!
Recently, the game has been throwing us into difficult fights, so I figured that Caesar would be really helpful at keeping me alive. Okay, so activating EX special attack, Vivian will automatically enter the fluttering flock. This is her EX, right? And during this state, tap attack to unleash basic attack fluttering flock. And when any squad that uses special attack hits the target, Vivian will perform basic feather bloom. Okay, boom. Boom. And then boom, and then switch. Are you not gonna show us how does it look like? Huh? This is our EX, right? Huh. This mention also in a special message.
Lord
Why?
Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird in me.
I think. Pop. How do I get this again?
Stay away from me.
That's that.
Keep your filthy hands off.
And then. Pop.
Together, Lord Phaethon.
It's interesting that she doesn't have a switch on her EX or Feather Bloom thing.
Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary.
She, not he. Who is she?
Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Just as Vivian is talking to herself, you hear another voice of someone debating. You don't know who it is, so you pull her aside to listen.
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops?
I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing. The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day.
Edmund is, I think, the quote-unquote leader of the Tops or something like that.
What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Huh. And after the two Tops employee left, Vivian appears visibly unsettled.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops, even if it means playing with fire.
I thought the... God fucking damn it, I still can't remember his family name. Ravenlock? I thought the Ravenlocks was already in Tops, because they were hosting the summit thing, right?
She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me. The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that, for me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Phaethon, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Alright.
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me now.
That sounded really amazing. Wise. This goddamn wrist master.
As for everything else, we can talk about it whenever you're ready to share.
Lord Phaethon, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises.
You should.
I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The Exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is.
I do have to wonder, the 5
I
dots
just
thing.
can't shake the feeling that
Is it the blue feather thing?
something bad is about to happen.
Let me at him.
Oh, damn. That bang blew. This dormant sacrifice is gone too. Who could it be? And how do they know the locations of the dormant sacrifices? Let's check the next location. I hope this doesn't become a nightmare for New Eridu.
Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons.
I really wonder about this thing.
Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but
Right.
ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my purse.
Yeah, so there's 5 dots here, right? There is an empty dot, like black, completely black. There is the purple dot with a circle in the middle, and there is a fully purple dot. And earlier I noticed Vivian can do the floaty thing into the bounce thing, and it consumed the filled things, and it filled up the empty ones. So what the heck is going on here? I really don't know what's going on with this character. More combat, let's go.
Dirty tricks.
Oh, that's fine too, I guess. Over there.
Ready.
I wonder if this is the blue thing.
Nothing here either.
Now we have 2 filled
too late?
ones and 3 empty ones. No idea what those are.
There's
Someone up ahead. Oh, lady.
Don't touch me.
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Oh no.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Sis?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
One, you two are very far from similar. Clearly they are not actual siblings.
You know what Landon did back then.
She was there when landed. The former Exaltist leader that died and stuff like that.
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary.
Oh.
Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille!
Camille gives Vivian one last glance and throws a smoke bomb to the ground. The noise attracts some materials. Even though you have many questions, dealing with the imminent threat feels like the right choice right now. Right.
Lord Nathan, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later!
Up.
Let's take care of the ethereals. What an eyesore.
I wonder if this is the boss.
No. Get my dress dirty and look.
Up. And that should do it.
Out of my sight.
And after fighting off the Ethereals, you search for a long time but don't find any dormant sacrifices. After deliberating with Vivian, you decided to leave the Hollow and for now, and figure out your next move. Just then, the phone rings. Belle?
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
I knew it, it's Belle. You know, it's interesting that we are not using EOS anymore. Even though, one, with EOS, it's safer for Wise, because, you know, he's not exactly there. And two, EOS actually has bombs. Wise doesn't. And three, just like this, you know, Belle doesn't hear a thing what's going on inside. Unlike when we have EOS in here, right? With EOS in the Hollow with us, she would know what's going on through EOS, and Fairy also would know through EOS. So basically what Wise is doing right now by coming into the Hollow on his own is halving, if not a third-ing of Phaeton's actual capabilities. This is really weird. It's been really, in the back of my mind for quite some time now. Why would you want to come in just because you can? It's still a dangerous place.
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
What? Were they destroying it? Well, I guess if dormant sacrifices cannot be moved since they may just awaken and start attacking, then destroying them would be the quote-unquote correct move. But I thought the Exaltists wanted the dormant sacrifices. Is this a burnt earth strategy? You know, if I can't have that city, you won't have it too. So I'll destroy the city too for you. So just you don't have any city to use or something like that, you know. No, it's not burnt earth, it's scorched earth strategies. Look it up, it's really logical but really annoying.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I know, right?
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
It's not logical, it makes no sense. Except if they were maybe trying to go undercover a bit longer to do something bigger.
And one of them is someone I once knew.
I'm sure you mean two of them at least.
I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
You were formerly an Exaltist, weren't you?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while.
Yep.
Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janna's quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the sacrifice core.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you.
Okay. What do you want? Cakes, maybe? Let's start with the cake date first, hmm? Well, if you're worried about the calories, well, boba is fine too, I guess. Not really into sweets, but okay, sure.
I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
We'll have to see about that.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died.
Hmm?
The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
Because it's cheap compared to what they're trying to hide.
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were fate?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents.
Wait, you don't mean...
I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this.
Earlier, just now, she said that how many lives has been sacrificed to make... have been sacrificed to make a sacrifice. Pronoun... No, it's not pronoun, it's... It's not noun. What is the word? You know, the active word. God damn, I don't know the English word for it. Fuck it. But you get my idea. Is she implying that The miners are being used to make a sacrifice?
Do you have time, Lord Phaethon? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
Sure. Let's go together.
In 6th Street, huh? I'd hate it if it was actually a mutual acquaintance. You arrive at Lumina Square with Vivian to meet her old friend. Well, this does not look like 6th Street. Lord Phaethon, let's head out as soon as you're ready. Let's go.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel.
Mm-hmm.
She's
This-
like a mentor to me.
Mentor? Really?
I learned a lot about data scraping on the internet thanks to her.
What are you doing? It's Rain, of course. Hello, Rain. Fancy meeting you here. You were at my store just this morning.
Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain?
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Again, you were on my store just this morning, but okay.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon?
Yes, and a cat is a cat.
No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
Yes.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
Rain, we can talk about this later in very, very deep conversation.
Why are you all tense? Right! Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol.
Wait. Phaethon is not your idol? Vivian, is this treachery? You heathen?
Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Exciting.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Gets bullied immediately.
Huh? What's wrong?
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
The important part.
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow.
Of course.
And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter.
Oh.
I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely.
What?
The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square.
What?
Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port.
Warehouse? By the port? Really?
The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out.
Maybe.
Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nice.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh?
Now I'm curious too.
But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life.
Spoken like a true need.
I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. Alright, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
And Rain waves goodbye and leaves. Vivian mentions she knows someone who's really skilled at finding people in real life. So you follow her and continue on your way.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty exciting. And interesting, you know?
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Wait. One Denny Boo? You're a big guy? Yes? Vivian? Really? This guy, this broke bamboo who scams people for one Denny? Vivian? Really? And you seem to be doing well, little one. And ne. Yup, we became friends. And ne. Yup, I helped him. And somehow these two knew each other. Wow, surprise. Yep, this little guy is Lucky Boo. My old boss at my previous workplace bought it at a discount store clearance sale. Lucky Boo? Well, I guess he does look like that, you know, the beckoning cat thing with the white body and the bell, you know. Kind of, sort of. But he was a terrible boss. Not only did he shirk on paying wages, he didn't take care of his bamboo either, of course. And then his little guy had a malfunction. And the boss threw it out because he didn't want to spend the money on repairs. What the fuck? Really? It could have been fixed with just a simple battery change. And oh, you changed his battery. All I did was change your battery for you. It was you who earned the money to buy it. Wait. Didn't we pay for his battery in the past? And 100 dennies to buy a battery. Yeah, a couple of coins in that 100 is definitely ours. So that's where that 100 denny bamboo battery come from. Yup. Honestly, you've got plenty of energy. But I told you before, you need to be more tactful. Haven't you learned anything? And Wow, so you found a way to make a living, huh? Amazing. Let's not expose him. Keep a bro's image, you know? Keep him kind of good. And I know you love exploring all kinds of places, so tell me, have you come across anyone strange these past 2 days? 2 days? And you mean someone who looks hurt, scared, and kind of trying to hide where there aren't many people around? And what? Desert? There's a desert? Oh, wait. Outer Rim? I don't think one Denny-boo can make it that far. Desert probably refers to the sand pit up ahead. Right, there was a sand pit up there. Lord Phaeton, let's go take a look. And now? Yep, that's really helpful. And one
Denny-boo is just too cute, right?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know you helped it too.
Well, someone is really
Lord
excited.
Phaeton was the best in the whole world.
Someone is really excited here, man. Yo, what's up? It seems that's the person Rain and one Denny-boo were talking about. Lord Phaeton, please stand back. I cannot be certain if he end up doing something extreme, considering his current mental state. I'm afraid he might hurt you. I'll try talking to him and see what's going on. The amphibian walks forward and taps the cowering man on the shoulder.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We're not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
Oh, you're not going to pretend as a normal person or something like that?
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them.
Dude, the fact that you ran away means your family is pretty much screwed by this point.
You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
What the hell did you do?
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, Now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late.
Oh, Vivian looking really cool right now.
Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean.
What is this, the chaos theory?
No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret.
That is true.
We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me, and there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building.
How tall?
What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
Alright, okay.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
You and Vivian contact Lycon. The mayor, representing Victoria Housekeeping, agrees to protect the worker and will keep his identity confidential. And soon, Rina arrives and takes the man away, mentioning that the mayor will confirm the location based on his description.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a judgment in no time.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
That's really hard to imagine.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty, assertive.
Yeah, you were quite scary in front of the children.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Vathan. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our faith in account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
As we walk around the river by Lumina Square with Vivian, we start sharing our stories. Although she wasn't part of them, she's been to the places where they took place. She's been to the chaotic hollow of the Camellia Golden Week. And she has her favorite sandwich at Cheesetopia. And she's even received a star sticker from Officer Mew Mew for rescuing Bangbu. You are amazed at the coincidences of life in New Eridu and how your paths have crossed so many times without you realizing it. And after a long chat, it's time for a meal.
It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune.
Okay, before we continue, two things. One, that was adorable. That small panic move was adorable. I would like to point that out first. Let's accept that fact. But the latter half, I don't know about you guys, but why does it sound like a death flag? It's like, you know how it's a trope that in stories that if a character who has not been prominent in the story, suddenly they gain a lot of screen time or text time. Such examples of older media is like a certain Gremio from Suikoden 1 or a certain other Antonio, or well, in the more recent media, I guess. It's been a couple of months already by now, right? Rex, Claude. I mean, he's been there forever, but it wasn't that much until he just went and boom. So something. Is she gonna die or something? Is Vivian gonna die? The it's how do I put it? Suddenly it's like, from someone we don't know at all. Suddenly, we have known each other. I mean, we walk the same paths a lot. We may have been much closer than expected. So it closes the gap between quote-unquote strangers or acquaintances to someone close to you in a very, very, very short amount of time. This is like less than 5 minutes, Well, there is a black screen to kind of speed up the explanations, but it's less than 5 minutes. And, oh, hey, she's actually quite familiar with us. And then the adorable part, and then the birds flying to the, to the far away, to the horizon, to the skies. And then the last part with the confession about, no, I've been following you all this time. Which kind of makes no sense, but I guess it kind of makes sense. She's following Phaeton, not Wise, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And the finale is she's on the same elevation with Wise, as in, I've caught up with you. We are finally together. Ah, man, this sounds really sus. Like, really, really, really sus. I don't like the way this is going. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't like where this is going. But let's ignore it. It could be just me and, too much reading between the lines and the cinematography. Yep. This is definitely not Firefly all over again. Yep, definitely not. I'm sure of it. Anyway, let's continue. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune.
I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me.
A post?
Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Phaethon.
What? Me?
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
What the heck?
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Phaethon, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Phaethon, I truly like who I've become.
The wind skims across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hair and brushing it against her cheek. The lights reflected in her eyes dance and flicker, as if eager to share the stories of the past. both the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. Emotions intertwine with the narratives, and you feel as though you're witnessing the path she has traveled.
Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Seriously, I don't know. Man, this really feels like Firefly all over again. I don't like where this is going. Oh man, I swear MiHoYo makes wholesome stories. They don't make tearjerkers. They most certainly did not.
Wise, you're back.
Yeah, sup.
Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online.
That's unusual.
I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
All right, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands.
Weren't you supposed to be guarding me?
The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time.
Okay.
The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there.
Hey, alright. Can I have her name at least, you know?
Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Name, please? God damn it, Lycon. Lord Phaeton, we'll head out as soon as you're ready. Which is now? We must obtain the sacrifice core before Hartman does. Let's go.
I would never
Only the brave will win. Victory will be ours!
Yeah, just in case. Let's bring some tank.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Face to face. That's really unusual.
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important?
Yes, you did.
Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Lord Phaeton, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Phaeton. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
Okay then.
Ready!
Ethereals! Stay away from Lord Phaeton! Alright.
Oops. Up. Up. Come on. There's so many things exploding all at once.
Let me at him.
Up. There we go. I need to manually switch. Boom. I shouldn't have spent the bloom
Looks
thing
like
there.
Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. Time to shine.
And I should put this still.
Let's keep moving, Lord Phaethon.
She's really floaty, huh? Let's keep going. And there you go.
Let me at him.
Let's see if I can just...
Leave the enemies to me, Lord Phaethon.
There you go. Oh, there you go. That's the bloom. And boom. Up. And then let's swap them. Done. Bam. Oh, that's a lot of it.
They're still over there.
Cool.
Looks like they're
Done.
arguing. This is our chance. Let's hurry. Don't touch me. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous.
Alright, so what do we do?
Hand over what's in the box. We do this the hard way.
Let's look them together.
You sure talk big, little girl.
Up.
Let's see if you can get me.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
Easy.
Lord Phaethon, the box is empty.
Oh, hell no.
So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here?
Well, yeah.
Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
And just as everyone stands confronting each other, a voice comes from behind.
Vivian, it's been ages.
Wow, this is Dina, I see.
Dina! Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night? Back then, I had no idea. You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
Wow, this is really pointy. All the way from the start.
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo! It can't be fake! How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina approaches Hartman and coldly inserts the core into an open wound on one of his subordinates. The guy collapses to the ground, screaming, "What the fuck?" Dina wipes her hands and casts a look of disdain.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying.
Lady, you did this to him.
The masterpiece Father made for the creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are, and you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on them.
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause.
Uh-huh.
Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything!
Well, this is unusually lady complex.
You did it before and now again!
Yep. Throwing a tantrum, really.
You just had to ruin my plan! I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish! If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
Of course. As Dina finishes her words, several explosions erupt, followed by tremors in the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous ethereals. In a panic, Hartman rushes to the car he summoned. Summoned? He can summon cars? What? Taking Camille and Dina with him. What the f...
More ethereals are coming. Run!
And everything is really scattered, which is terrible.
Time to die!
This is time, let's kill this one. Let's get back in. Let's hit them all. we should be good.
Time to shine!
Carry that and start. Carry that too. Kill them.
One step further!
As quick as I can. Carry this too. Let me carry that. I'll take it regardless. That's 4 stacks of whatever this is.
Find cover.
Carry that. Oh yes. Oh, never mind. It's done from earlier.
Stay away from Lord Phaethon!
Oh, there's more.
There are so many. It's ink.
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now!
Thank you.
Jiggle. Explosions. Me likey.
Finally, peace and quiet. You must be wise, right?
Is it me or did her voice change? Nah. But lady, have one complaint. How the fuck do I know which one is southeast? Like, dude, I don't have a compass on me, and does compasses even work inside the hollow? Dude, really? Thanks for helping regardless. But yes, I am wise.
Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Oh, you're the mayor's friend, I guess.
May I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunquei Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
Yishuan, okay.
Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see.
Uh-huh. Quite the haughty lady here.
At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
You're feeling my wrist aura, man.
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Huh? What guidance?
Guidance? What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now.
Excuse me, what? Lady, like... I mean, the immediate threat is gone, but that doesn't mean you're just gonna leave us like here.
I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
Yo, lady, what the fuck? And Yishuan leaves after saying this, while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking distracted.
I'm so sorry, Lord Phaethon. I'm just not feeling very well.
It's okay, we were fighting 4 of those, which is really annoying.
I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
Vivian? You gonna leave me too? Here? Now? Like, seriously? I expected more from you. Yeah, let's leave the hollow first instead of leaving me alone here. Come on.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Yo, what the fuck? What is wrong with these people with leaving Wise inside of a hollow? Like, seriously. Tomorrow? Really?
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the hollow. If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists.
Oh, stepdaughter.
There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them.
Quite the dream.
Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster.
Pretty good.
Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people.
Well, technically speaking, you are a disaster. It's not prevention, it's a disaster detector, I guess. If you start crying out of nowhere, then you know, oh no, this guy is gonna give you a mess. Let's not do it.
After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine.
Which makes no sense, because if she was crying, that means things are gonna go south, right? So if he gave them the medicine, it's not going to work.
Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
Jealousy is indeed a bitch.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes, to be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption.
Where have I heard of this before? Instant power for faster corruption. It's like, what's that thing called again? Stardust, I think? In the Shadow Monarch Season 2 or something. Ragnarok, you know that thing. Yeah, now, since I mentioned it, if you haven't read or watched Shadow Monarch, I don't even know how to spell it. Shadow Monarch, I don't know, but yeah, that's the title, something like that. And I do heavily recommend it. The movie aside, which had quite the critical acclaim, I guess. It's very popular. The manhwa, Korean comic, you know, is really good. The art is good, the story is good, the progression is mostly good. I do heavily recommend everyone to, at least those who like battle comics, mangas, battle stories, you know, just like it. Those who like those kind of stories, I really recommend you to read it. Otherwise, yeah, of course not. Okay, so it's a trade-off thing.
In the end, Most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness.
Landon knew it was gonna fail, and exactly because it was gonna fail, he gave it to them. So he just turned them into experiments or sacrifices.
The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists.
Why?
The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists.
Well, yeah. If you don't have human consciousness inside the sacrifices, they are no different from ethereals, right? Like, totally no difference except maybe stronger.
One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day.
So Dina knew this is bad news for her.
That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal.
So Landon is still fucked up. Vivian didn't know until the very end, and Dina knew from the start. So at that point, Landon and Dina is really on the same camp. They knew what was going on, and that's pretty shitty. All sorts of shitty.
Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed.
Yeah, for Dina, it was pretty much as, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, kid. That's really messed up, man.
I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Fake tears? Really?
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
Whoa, what the fuck?
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go! Vivian? What's happening? Listen to me! Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
No, I was just...
Well, she did nothing wrong. That's really shitty.
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Yo, what the fuck? That sounds really cultist.
Vivian, was this you? Tina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have.
Well, this one is totally messed up.
Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
Please. He bought this to himself. Like, really. Her voice trembles as she shares her past stories.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists.
Little did you know, Dina is as much as messed up as her father in the head.
I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay.
Camille is just how do I put it? The nice person in the bad place. Kind of. I mean, she's kind of doing that right now still. Back when we met her first time in the Hollow, she offered to not meet us. In a way to keep Vivian safe, kind of. And back when the trade on the rooftop happens, right? So there is two parts. The first one is the talks about it's as if Camille did not want Hartman to meet with Gina. Gina, right? Fuck my Gina, right? Dina. Not GSD. So, in a way, by preventing the core from coming into Dina's possession, she is preventing even more sacrifices from being made. And afterwards, I don't remember the exact wording, but again, Camille tried to defend Vivian. Something about, no, she doesn't know anything or something like that. Just look at the archives, I guess.
Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope.
And now she's stuck in a very bad spot.
She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, it was Landon who was pulling the strings.
Yeah, it was about to happen. As soon as he pulled the gun, as soon as he didn't, how do I put it, accept the so-called blessing, the very moment that Vivian found out about the lies, he's screwed. It was only a matter of time. And also his position being, really bad in the Exaltist circle thing. It was from his failures, right? I mean, what he did was essentially the other way around of what the Exaltist was trying to do. If I'm not wrong with what I am understanding right now, the Exaltist's goal is for that humans to evolve to be able to live in and outside of a hollow, right? Unlike of humans who can only quote-unquote live outside it and maybe stay an extended time inside if you have medicines and all sorts of protection. It's basically humans are not meant to live in hollows, and ethereals who are born inside of a hollow is not meant to live outside of it. Thus, we don't have any ethereals outside of hollows. They just disintegrate or something, I don't know. But Yeah, so the Exaltist's goal is kind of in a way noble, in that if humans can live in both worlds, that would be great. Not only that, living space would essentially double, triple, or quadruple. There would also be no need for extra protection or extra medicine for people to go into hollows, or like in Harumasa's case, the inability to, how do I put it, get touched to interact with ethereal or hollow in an extended time. It's like either HIV, I guess, for the lack of the good wording. Yeah, Landon was just fucked over. He's just fucked over. Literally made the other what the Exaltist was trying to do on the other way around. If anything, he would have been banished really quickly as soon as they found out what was going on.
As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling this sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Yeah, and I have quite the wrist aura.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, know that I'm here for you.
This here is how you flirt.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I will track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
After bidding farewell to Vivian, you head back to the video store. You see the collectible she gifted you on the table, and it stirs a flood of memories. You've been through so much lately. We hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice core. Awareness sets in, and before you know it, we're asleep. And when are we up? And it's noon. Shit. Wise. Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Yeah? And did she say anything? It was about the sacrifice core. Damn, she works really fast. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. Wise, if you have time, head to Limina Galleria to meet up with Vivian. Just a second, okay? I need to wash my face and other shit. Yeah, no. Oh. A lot of things kind of happened today. Yesterday, I guess. It's literally a single day in the game time, right? I think. And a lot of shit happened. Man. Vivian has her life cut out from her. Is that the right word? Not the word. Is that the right term? Idiom? I don't even know. But yeah. a lot of shit happened. And I guess we kind of know better about what is a sacrifice and what the exaltists are doing or trying to do. So I don't get it. Think of it this way, just as I have talked in length earlier, the exaltist goal is to let humans live in hollows, right? And Landon's position within the exaltists group is, as in his position is lowering, right? He's losing his position because the sacrifices he gave out was not what the exaltists wanted, which is humans with the capability of thoughts, of their own thoughts, and able to live in the hollow. Which means, assuming nothing changes within the exaltists, their goal is still the same, which is to let humans live in the hollow. In which case, it makes no sense that they want this sacrifice core, since the sacrifice core is the thing that is changing humans into ethereals and sacrifices. Yo, Cookie. Well, I mean, well, from that we also understand that within the Exaltus there is multiple groups or factions, I guess, and the faction who supports Landon and Gina in a way, kind of, is the quote-unquote blessing faction. The ones who want the sacrifice core, as shown with the last part of the flashback, Vivian's flashback, is that even when Landon shows his true face and pulls out his gun, and everyone started running away after calling him a liar or something like that, I mean, they were already running away, and once Landon is dead, someone said that it's the fate of someone who refused the blessing. So, not the entirety of Landon's faction, the blessing faction for now, kind of, maybe, actually disagrees with what he does. And I guess that faction is now Dina's faction that wants the sacrifice core. Meanwhile, the Exaltists in general may or may not want it anymore, right? This is really weird, really weird. The split of faction is, I guess, the split of faction, the splinter faction with Dina wants the core and makes a deal with Ravenlock. Yeah, makes a deal with him, and I guess they want to produce more sacrifices because they think that's a blessed person? Question mark? But then that faction has been losing position even during Landon's reign, right? And during the cutscene, I'm pretty sure he would have lost even more followers. And now that faction is going up again. I don't get it. What? It makes no sense. None of this makes no sense. I mean, what? But yeah, at least we know that not all the Exaltist faction is not entirely monolithic. They're not exactly one and the same. So there is, if assuming that their goal, the main branch, quote-unquote main branch of Exaltist is still the same, someday we may have a character from the Exaltist faction. Maybe. But yeah, that is the food of thought for another time. This one, right? And oh, this time is kind of long. Yeah, it's kind of long. All this time we have 4 parts of a single chapter. This time we have 5. Oh. I think I just got spoiled. Thank you. I guess the next chapter will be us talking about Hugo. Kind of. That's for next time. But yeah, that's for next time. When will it be? When will it be? I don't know. Well, oh wait, reminds me. Where was that thing again? I think it was here. This? No, not this. I forgot where was it. It was not here, definitely not here. Pretty sure it was here. Here? No, this opens the website. This also opens the website. Oxitos? Yeah, next character being released is Hugo. I'm pretty sure I'm not trying to look for this. Yeah, stop opening windows on my Chrome, thank you very much. Travel? No. Where was that thing? Was it here? No? Here? No. Oh? I forgot. Where was it? There was this page which tells us what events do we have ongoing and in the future. Huh? I lost it. What in the what? Is it here, maybe? No, it's not here. It's not here. Or was that in Star Rail? No, I'm pretty sure it was here in Zen 0. Store agents, no. Storage, no. Internet. It's not in. It's not here. I'm pretty sure it's not here. And definitely not here. It's not. It's not in achievements. Definitely, right? No way. Or was it on the bottom? Nope, not here. I lost it. There was this page telling you how is the schedule of this patch is looking like. So How many weeks do you have on the current event, and how many? Oh, there you go. It was on the notices. Here you go. Okay, so looking at the timeline, right? This is the gacha part. This is the main story. I guess we have 6 weeks for the main story. There is so if we're here, right? This should be the event. I'm assuming this is a story event. Which should start in the middle of the next week. Yeah, I'll try to find. Assuming it's 2 parts, it's 2 hours ish, so it's gonna be 3 hours. It's gonna be 2 streams. Plus maybe here. I'll try to see if I can find some time around here. I really can't tell if I can find the time to play during the weekday. Work has been a bit hellish right now. I have too many projects. Help. I need some people to help me, but then again, everyone is also full. Kind of, not really. Fuck me. But yeah. Sometime around here. I'll make some time there. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Bye.